Hey everybody, Gail Zintek here, and I'm new to this Zoom meeting stuff, so I posted the link in lead gen scripts and objections. I don't know if you can join me through there, but I'm going to record this session so that I can share with you what's on my heart and mind. Last week I came to you and I mentioned that I wanted to share with you how to get personal with people, when to send cards, how to send cards. And I'm going to go through a little PowerPoint, and I'm just going to share some ideas with you that has helped us get to a referral-based business. So a little background, my husband Steve and I, we run a small brokerage here in Portage, Michigan, Network Team Homes Realty. I'm the broker owner. He's the owner with me, and we have 4 additional agents that work with us. And it's an amazing small opportunity, and I want to just inspire you today to do business by referral. Aaron and I have had several conversations, and he's a real advocate of lead gen business by referral. And so I'm going to share with you some ideas. I'm going to share with you about SendOut Cards today. So, you know, Aaron partnered with me with SendOut Cards, and I'll give you a little background. I've been with SendOut Cards for 10 years. I started as a young realtor using the service, and I joined as a distributor, and I'm going to share with you why I did that and how it's benefited me to this day. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go to a PowerPoint, and I'm just going to kind of share a story with you. I'll record this so that you can watch it later at your convenience, okay? So we're going to share. And let me get rid of this, get rid of this, and I'm going to start this slideshow from the beginning, and just to kind of give you a little idea of who I am. So I'm going to put this, and I might move things around. You know, I'm not a polished speaker, okay? I'm a realtor. We're doing business by referral. My husband and I have received 81 referrals, and you know, I keep track of them kind of in an odd way in my planner. These are the referrals that have come in this year, and there's 81. The orange ones that you see highlighted, those are the ones that have closed so far this year, and they come in almost on a daily basis. So here's a little bit about me. I've been a realtor since 2004. We've had 100% referral business since 2011. I'm serving as the Realtor of the Year for the Greater Kalamazoo Association of Realtors this year. It's a huge honor for me, and I'm very proud of my association and being able to serve. I'm a master relationship marketing trainer. I've trained people all over the globe on how to build their business by referral. So I hope you can take something today that I share and use it in your business to inspire you. I'm an executive distributor with SendOut Cards. And I'm an Eagles Nest member. Someone just joined. Thank you for joining in today. Like I said, I'm new at this, so I'm going to go through a PowerPoint and just share some ideas with you today. And these are just some of the accolades that I've experienced through our real estate business and with SendOut Cards. Affirmations are really big for me. Each year I pick a word. This year my word is attract, and I wrote down on my board that's over here, my little whiteboard over there on the wall, and that says I'm attracting the right people to our SendOut Cards opportunity. I'm attracting wealth and abundance. I'm attracting 200 real estate referrals in 2017, and I'm attracting opportunities that will surprise and amaze even me. And so at the beginning of the year, I put down 100 referrals, and then by
$852.
hang on, I'm going to just.
Besides that, though, there wasn't.
I'm going to go ahead and go to the participants. If you could mute yourself, if you join on the line, if you mute yourself, please. That would be. I'm going to mute. I'm not real good about how to do this, so I'm happy that you're here, and I'm recording this so that other people can look at the playback later. So since January 1st of this year, my husband and I received 82 referrals for business. All have come by way of others reaching out to us. We've closed 21 transactions in the first quarter. I think we have 5 or 6 pending currently. that are scheduled to close. We have about 7 new listings that'll be coming on the market, and things are moving really quickly here in Southwest Michigan. And let's see. So we're attracting 200. And when I say we're attracting 200 real estate referrals, I want you to think about that. Just because we get 200 referrals doesn't mean we're going to close 200 deals. As a matter of fact, I don't want to close 200 deals a year. I really don't. If we can close 50 to 60 transactions a year by referral, that's a really good year for us, and it's a great income, and it keeps us really inspired and moving on. So here's my story. In 2007, I received an unexpected card, and actually, how many of you can say that you have a card that you received 10 years ago? And this is the exact card I received from somebody I'd met at a networking event, okay? So I came home 5 days later, I'm at my office, I pull this card out of the envelope, and it really wowed me. One, because it had a picture of our business card on the front, said nothing beats a great referral. And back in 2007, we were just, the market was just starting to turn a little bit, and it wasn't good. In 2008 to 2011, the market tanked here in Michigan. And we grew our referral business during that time from 35% referral to 98% referral. And since 2012, we've enjoyed basically 100% referral business, closing 50 plus homes per year. Last year we closed 56 homes. And I learned that consistency matters, whatever you do in life. So for me, it's card sending. And I'm going to share some examples and stories of how sending cards has kept us top of mind and in business, enjoying this referral-based business. So there are different, I say there's 5 vehicles, okay? So in your daily business, are you texting? Are you picking up the phone and making phone calls? Are you engaging in social media? Are you inviting people to lunch? Are you meeting face-to-face? Are you hosting client events? And are you sending cards? Communication is the key to top-of-mind awareness. And there's opportunities all around us. Just this weekend, and I'm going to share a card I'm really excited about. I attended an open house graduation party yesterday, Sunday, June 11th, on my way to my open house, and it's important. So I'm going to talk about, taking that 5 minutes to be intentional. Maybe if it's just 15 minutes that you can stop by and be face-to-face with people. So there's opportunities to send out gratitude and appreciation every single day. Who comes to mind that's made an impact in your life? Have you reached out? Have you sent them a text and say, wow, I just thought about you, and I just want to say I'm appreciative of you. Birthdays. You can use all 5 of those ways to touch somebody on their birthday. You can text them, call them, sing them happy birthday. You can invite them to coffee or lunch or a cocktail. You can engage on social media, and you can also send a greeting card. Holidays are perfect opportunities. Recognition, lifestyle, and celebration. We are in the wedding season, the graduation season. Are you attending events? Are you meeting with people? You have an opportunity. Yeah, the person getting married, but how many other people are at that wedding that you can connect with? There's opportunities all around us. Keeping in touch, marketing and promotion. So you see the 80-20 here. I want to inspire you to be 95-5. You should never have to ask for a referral. You should be able to earn those every single day of the week and have people responding to you. I'm going to ask you to identify your relationships. So, I've categorized them in three parts. Your A's. These are your core relationships. When life happens, you drop everything and you're there for them. A recent activity with my family. My husband's one of 10 kids. In March, my husband lost his brother to a tragic accident. It was the first real tragedy, for a family of 10 kids that we've experienced in our whole life in 7 years. Just a few days ago, my brother-in-law, his brother Mike's wife, had an aneurysm, a brain aneurysm, and she's in the hospital, and coveting prayers for her. But these are your core relationships, and for people that, if you're joining the Zoom, I would just ask that you would mute your microphone And I'll open it up at the end and we can have a conversation with anybody who's here that's joined us today. So these are your family members and your close friends. You would do anything for them and they would do anything for you. So I want you to think about this. Identify 36 core relationships in your life. These are the heartbeat of your life, and these are the people that you are there for, and they're there for you. Your B's, these are the advocates in your life. They know you, like you, trust you. They know what you do for a living. You know what they do for a living. You know about their family. You know how many kids they have, and they know how many kids you have, and you get together sometimes, right? This is your B's. So if something happens with them, let's say you're on social media and you see something happens in that person's life, you pick up the phone and you call them, or maybe you send them a card. These are the people that are top of mind with you. If you have 36 A's and 96 B's, you have 136 powerful relationships. And I know I mentioned to you, if you had 150 people that you built core, strong relationships with, you never have to worry about where your business is coming from. I guarantee you that. I've experienced that. These are the true relationships in your life. And then you have transactional relationships. These are the C's and D's. These are, when life happens for a C, you're likely to, give an emoji on Facebook. You see that, and you give a sad face or a happy face or a love. And if they tell a joke, you laugh. But you should have a total of 228 C relationships identified in your database. And here's the cool part, because if you add these all together, it's 360 people. 360 people. So let's look at a 10% conversion rate. If you only had 10% of these 360 people send you a deal each year, you'd have 36 transactions by referral. How would that change your life? So it's important. I'm going to share with you ways that you can communicate with these people. And, I mentioned texting, phone calls, social media, face-to-face, and greeting cards. I'm going to give you some examples. So on the left here is a picture of Lisa and Lilibet. Now, Lisa and her daughter were referred to us in 2010. Just recently, I asked them, I was like, who referred you to us? I don't remember how you found us. And then she told me it was the Crandalls, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember now. But Lisa's recently called me. So in 2010, they closed on their home. That's a picture of her and her daughter standing on the front porch, and the card that I sent. About 2 months ago, Lisa called and said, hey Gail, I'm moving to California. I'm going to sell my house. And she invited me to come over. And I gave her some ideas of how to get the home set up and she did everything. She did everything. And this is the fastest home sale to date for us, for my husband and I. So we listed this home at 8:30 in the morning, had a showing at 11:30, and I had an accepted offer by 3:30 in the afternoon. So I went and put up the sold sign that next day, and the neighbor came out and he said, so how long was that home on the market? I said, about 8 hours. But yesterday, Sunday, June 11th, we were invited. She was having an open house for Lilibet. Lilibet graduated high school this year. And so I knew it was important to show up, right? It's that face-to-face. I knew I only had about 15 minutes because I had to get to an open house I was hosting yesterday. But I stopped by, I took pictures, and then I put them in a card. I actually took some of her pictures from Facebook for the front of the card, class of 2017 graduate. And then I took a picture of her board with all her pictures, and that's on the inside of the card. And then, in my mind, I'm always thinking of, okay, it was kind of cute because you see the picture of the three ladies. That's Lisa, Lilibet, and Lisa's mom. And when I showed up at the open house, Lisa's mom looked at me and she says, I've been told I can't give you dirty looks today. And I'm like, oh dear, why? Are you a neighbor? She goes, no, I'm Lilibet's grandmother. And so she was a little mad at me that I sold their house so quickly that now they're moving off to California sooner than she wants them to. But we had a good little laugh, and I took their picture together and I put it on a card. And the significance of the card on the left is Lisa told me that she still has that card. When she was getting cleaning out, getting ready to get her home on the market, she found that card, and her daughter, she showed it to her daughter, and Lilibet thought that she looked really. Hey, thanks for joining us today. If you can just put your phone on mute as you come in, and then we'll open it up at the end for questions. So it was really nice. And Lilibet thought she looked like a dork, and her mom said all 6th graders look like dorks. And here we are, 7 years later, doing deals together. Here's another example for you. Back in 2015, it was November of 2015, our handyman Brian referred us to this couple. They wanted to get their home on the market. They wanted to move to South Carolina because they didn't want to experience Michigan winters anymore. And we went and we gave them some suggestions on how they could get their home ready. We even hired a professional photographer at the time because we thought that, the relocation was imminent, and it wasn't. So to my surprise, just a few weeks earlier this year, we got another call from the couple saying that, we're ready we're ready. We are not staying here another winter. And so Steve and I went out, took these pictures, and sent this card to them. And here's the cool thing about it is after 18 months, they still remembered us. They did what we recommended, and in that 18 months, their property probably increased in about $30,000 in value, and they were very happy when we showed up to share that information with them. So, I'm not saying that the card I sent a year and a half ago made them contact us again a year and a half later, but it might have helped, right? This is Will. Will is the son of a past client of ours, and they posted on Facebook that he was having a birthday. And so I took the pictures from Facebook, and I knew, right, it was his birthday, so I was late. But I sent him the sticker book, and I sent a little happy birthday. This happened all in like 30 seconds from my phone. And then she posted on social media, another happy customer, thank you so much. There's Will playing with his sticker book that we sent. And so the power of being able to utilize the SendOut Card system very quickly and efficiently will keep you top of mind. Okay, this is campaigns. I want to talk a little bit about campaigns because we are busy. We're busy realtors, and when you have a party, when you have a client event, when you have something where you're going to send out more than, I would say, 10 invitations or 10 of the same cards, the SendOut Card system has some amazing uses for campaigns. My husband turned 60 on June 2nd, and so my kids, my daughter, Andrea, and my 2 boys, Jordan and Gabe, we threw them a party. We flew Jordan home from Phoenix, and this was a card that I sent out to 112 people. I created a campaign. It's a big surprise, and we had about 65 people that showed up at the party. And so I talk about being level 4 at using your smartphone and taking pictures, because pictures are important, whether you use them to post to Facebook. And these are some of the pictures that I took at the party. And I want you to think about this because of the 65 people that were there. Remember I said you have your core, you have your A's and your B's. These were our A's and B's. These were people that showed up to celebrate my husband, who's an amazing man that treats people with the utmost kindness and concern and helpfulness. And these are the people that showed up to celebrate him at his party. So took the pictures, and then I created a thank you card because, I knew it was important that I would let these people know how much it meant to us that they took time out of their day to come and celebrate with us. So took some of my favorite pictures from the day and just wrote a message that was able to then go out to the 32 plus households of the people that came to the party. It's important to say thank you. It's important to acknowledge people and to show appreciation. So I'm going to go into a little bit now and share with you about SendOut Cards for Business. And I'm going to share the opportunity of what Many of you don't even know what SendOut Cards is. We come on, we mention SendOut Cards, people say, I'm in SendOut Cards, I'm a customer, I'm a distributor. So what does that all mean? What is SendOut Cards? So I'm going to share with you a little brief presentation on what SendOut Cards is, so you have an understanding and know. Okay, it's an on-base system. It was founded in 2003 by Cody Bateman, who is now a very close personal friend of mine. I've gotten to know he and his wife Jody very well. Their international headquarters are in Salt Lake City, Utah, and they are a member of the Direct Selling Association because this is a network marketing company. And it was Cody's goal, his dream, to take the, a brick and mortar type environment and bring it online to a click and order environment. Like, you'll recognize these names: Amazon, Netflix, and iTunes. These $3 billion companies collapsed inefficiencies in our marketplace. In other words, they've made our lives easier by what? I can now, with my phone, I can take my phone, I can pull up an app, and I can send a card and a gift in less than a minute. That's collapsing an inefficiency in our marketplace. And we're doing this exact same thing with the greeting card and gifting industry. So I want you to take a look at some of the, and I just saw something Coach Barino had on his Real Estate Rockstars, this same kind of idea. The largest taxi company owns no taxis. The largest telecom company owns no lines. The largest media owner creates no content. Facebook. You and I create the content for Facebook. And I create a lot of it, okay? I take a lot of pictures. I post. If my camera crashed, I'm okay because my pictures are on Facebook. The largest movie house owns no cinemas. Netflix came on the scene, and on the remote control in my house, on my smart TV, is a Netflix button and an Amazon button and a YouTube button. The largest software vendors don't create the apps, Apple and Google. And the largest greeting card and gifting company has no stores that send out cards because it's easy, it's convenient, and it's effective, okay? I can send a card with a picture of my client and they save it for 7 years. That's effective. SendOut Cards is the best relationship building program in the world, bar none. I've been doing this now for 10 years. I've not found anything that compares with SendOut Cards. We've sent over 140 million greeting cards and 5 million gifts. And you can do it from your computer. You can sit down, you can create a card from your computer. And it's very, very systematic and easy. And I want you to look at this because you can also do it from your phone. I do mine. I send 70% of my cards from the app on my phone. I also, I voice and text. I do social media. I check my emails. I take notes. I get directions. We realtors, we get directions every day. My grandchildren watch movies on my phone. I don't really read much, so reading a book I don't do, but most people do. I see it all the time on the airplane when I'm traveling. I do check the news, weather, and sports, and now I can do business. Okay, this is the app. This is what I'm so excited about because I can click on that photo card. I can go to a listing appointment. I can take a picture. I can click on photo cards. I can upload that picture. I can send a card to that recipient with a 2-pack of brownies on my way home from the listing appointment, especially if my husband's driving, okay? So it's convenient. It's super convenient. You can get started. There's different plans. So I'm going to talk about this because people say, well, how much does it cost? Everybody wants to know how much does it cost. So for $39 a month, you get 100 bonus points. So a card, a 2-panel card. This card costs 3 points or $1.17. Now you can cancel online at any time. You can add a bundle. I'm going to talk about the bundles because that's the power of this system. And I'll show you a couple examples. You can do pay as you go. If you want to try this out, Erin is allowing you to try SendOut Cards, to send a card. SendOutCards.com/lead gen, and you can send a free card. Check it out. See if it's something you would enjoy using. Okay, there's bundle packages. There's a personal bundle, marketing bundle, business bundle. Now the personal bundle comes with, they all come with the custom brand manager, which you have to have. And let's see, gosh, you would think I'd be a little more prepared. Hang on just a second. Let's see. Okay. All right, here's a couple examples on my board. So, you know, people create the card, inside, you know, the message, and then the custom branding on the back. My friend Matt, custom branding on the back of the card. It's so important. For Steve and I, we have, you know, Steve and Gail Zintech, Network Team Homes Realty, we have our contact numbers. So when I send a birthday card, when I send a graduation card, it is all about that recipient, and on the back is where we get to be who we are. And it's really just about being top of mind. If people know what you do, they'll turn that's just a reminder to them. Okay, it's just a reminder. With the personal bundle, you get your 4 signatures, so that's pretty cool because you actually have the signatures inside the card, your actual signatures. 100 bonus points to get you started, so you have a savings of about $18. The biggest value in savings is the marketing bundle. It's $395. These are one-time fees. They have an annual renewal fee. The marketing bundle is $98. The personal bundle is $49. But in the marketing bundle, you get the custom brand manager, the 6 signature series card, and the custom card back templates. You get the startup campaign value pack, 2 beautiful signature series. It's the 7-touch campaign. I just created that on my own, and if I have time, I'll show you exactly what that is. 7-touch campaign. That's the campaigns. It's 7 cards that go out over the course of the year to our clients. So after closing, I implement the 7-touch campaign, and they get a card immediately thanking them. They get a Thanksgiving card, a holiday card, a New Year's card, a spring card, a birthday card, and an anniversary card on the 1-year anniversary of closing on their home. It's about $50 to send 7 cards and 2 gifts. They get 2 gifts along with that throughout the year. The MRM training portal, I can't express how important this is. It's because I've talked to several realtors recently about what I do, and I can tell you in the first 5 minutes, it's their mindset that's holding them up. You can do all the right things, but if you don't have the right mindset, you're gonna fall. It's just gonna be another shiny object that you don't use and that you don't implement. So I highly recommend the MRM training portal to get your mindset right and the ways that you should be building relationships with your clients. You get your handwriting font and the signatures, 200 bonus points, and the memory vault. So you can see everything that's packaged in the marketing bundle is a significant savings for you in the long run. And if you're a team, if you're watching this and you're a team and you have inside sales agents working for you, you might want to consider the business bundle because it has multiple account users and it uses all of your branding. Okay, you can become a SendOut Cards distributor for $50. And so going back 10 years, when I received that card and I sent a card, we met for coffee with the guy who introduced it to me, who sent the card, and I went home and I researched it. And a lot of you are researchers, so I want you to research this. And you won't find anything in my line of work, in my time in this, I've not found anything that is a negative. $50. So I joined, Steve and I joined, we paid the $50. And I invited some realtors from my office to come take a look, and out of 5, 3 of them signed up, and I made all my money back that I invested. And so my mindset in the beginning 10 years ago was, wow, this is actually something that can pay for itself. You know, there's a lot of marketing opportunities out there. I have not found one yet that pays you to do it. So I joined as a distributor for $50. I introduced it casually to people. I grew through the ranks, and at the beginning of this, I mentioned that I'm an executive distributor with SendOut Cards now. I'm building a team of people all over the country, all over the world, and you can do it too. If you're just looking to start out by having this system pay for itself, because I tell you, if you send the cards every day, your business will grow. But if you share SendOut Cards along the way too, you're going to have 2 thriving businesses and residual income, which is, this is what we'll talk about. So there's 4 types of people. One that'll become a customer. I mean, everybody will want to be a customer of SendOut Cards. If you can send a card with a picture, like I sent to the I go to the graduation party, I create a card with pictures, they're going to save my card forever. I'm just telling you. I talked to one of my my clients, Will, that you saw earlier I stopped by their house at Christmas time, and I asked her, I said, does it bother you that I take your pictures off Facebook and send cards? And she said, no, Gail, every one of your cards goes into our baby book. So who's going to come out at graduation time, 18 years from now? It's going to be the cards they sent, and on the back, what are they going to see? They're going to see Steve and Gail Zintech, Network Team Homes Realty. So everybody will want to be a customer of this. $1.17 plus postage for a card. It's a win-win. Some people will want to be a referral partner. And some people want to earn money part-time, and some will want to replace their income. So let me silence my phone. Okay, you can earn up to $167, and this is the business side. So I'm going to just share this with you because, this is how you can make money sharing SendOut Cards with others. You can use SendOut Cards in your business, right? But you can also share it with others and get paid. And so with the personal bundle, as a sponsor, you can make $70. With a marketing bundle, $140, and a business bundle, $280. And as you advance through the system, manager, senior manager, executive, just add all those categories together. So imagine if 100, 200 people came into your organization in any given month, that's a pretty good income to realize. But there's also the residual income side of SendOut Cards. And we focus on, if you just found 3 distributors who each found 3, who found 3, who found 3, and you went 7 levels deep, you'd have like 3,029 distributors in your organization. And you get 20% commission on customers. And then when you build a team of people who do this, which is what you see here, you get 2% of all the cards and gifts that are sent, 5%, and that you can earn up to 25% on all the cards and gifts that are sent in your organization. So that's a big number, and for everybody it's different. But I'm happy to, if you want to reach out and talk to me about how you can make money sharing SendOut Cards with others, I'm happy to do so. That's why we're here. We're all entrepreneurs, okay? We all have ideas. Our business, our SendOut Cards business rocks. Our real estate business is hopping on its own with referral after referral after referral. So why not take advantage of both, right? Now I'm going to share 2 habits. I mentioned to you, and these are 2 really powerful stories that bring this all together, and then I'm going to end. See what time it is. Okay, and then I'm going to end. So the 2 habits to create the business that you desire. And it comes from customer trust, loyalty, and confidence. And I want you to answer this question. How much is one referral worth to you? I mean, we're in the real estate business, so it could be $2,500, it could be $25,000, it could be $5,000. The average sale price, it depends on the average sale price in your market. and what business that you're doing. But that's your number. What's one referral worth to you, and how much money have you left on the table because you haven't followed up after the sale? A lot of people, the statistics show that they like you, they did business with you, they liked you, but because you didn't stay in touch after the sale, they forget who you are. And so find your core 360 people that are going to give you that 36 transactions a year by referral. Because with 1 or 2 or 3 additional referrals each month, change your business. This is a story, it's a powerful story on how one card I sent, because I was level 4 at celebrating people. And this was back in 2011. My husband and I attended a networking event. And it was a taste of the chamber. So there was 20 chefs in the room, and we all tasted the food. And at the end, this team, Park Street Market, won. Now, I didn't know anybody in this picture, but you know, I'm used to celebrating. So I get out my camera and I snapped a couple pictures, and I came home. I created this card, and I pulled the business card off the table. So I sent this card to the Park Street Market. Just said, your food rocked the house at the taste of the chamber. No better greens cobbler, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for sharing your goodness. We enjoyed every bite. Stephen Gale Zintek, the network team at Edenborough Walton. And you can see it was just a casual picture of us that was posted in the card. Well, 5 days later, I got a call from the guy on the left-hand side of the front of the card. And he said to me, he said, you know, thank you for the card. You don't know this, but you know, my family's moving here from the east side of the state, and we need a realtor. So I thought maybe we could meet to see if we might be a good fit. So I did, and this is what happened from that one card that I sent. This is what it started. So Kiar, he was single at the time. He bought this house. It was a foreclosure. He closed 12/12/12. He married this beauty on in April. Dang, I don't know if I'm still here. Oh, hey Chip. It cut out. I think I'm still recording, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to continue now with the PowerPoint. Okay. Whew. Let me get back there. I got to share my screen. All right. My internet just went out, so that's what happens, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through these stories. So this was Kiar, and he married Eva in April of 2013. But as time went on, you know, time went by, and we sold that house again, and they bought this one. But remember, he mentioned that his family. So this is his brother purchased a home, and then his sister purchased a home, and her husband referred us to a couple who moved here from the east side, and they purchased this home. Mom and dad bought a house, and Kevin, a friend of Kiar's, bought this house. And so this is what I'm nervous because like everything fell apart. so this is what happened over that time. Is we've been able to work with this family. We've closed on over 9 homes. We've earned over $70,000 in business. This is his baby sister, Zena. Her and Douglas got married a couple years ago, and they just closed on their home this year. And then the power of one, and I'm going to leave you with this. If you had 30 people like Brooks in your life, your business, your life would change. And so Brooks and her husband hired us to sell their house and buy another one. And then Brooks is really well connected in our community. So over the past 6-7 years, Brooks has referred people to us, her coworkers, her friends, her family members. And over the past 6 years, we've received 9 referrals from Brooks. And each of Brooks's referrals is worth $5,555. She's been worth $8,333 a year to us. Just this year, she referred us to a gal who we sold this condo, and I need to update this slide. That one closed, and it was worth over $6,000 to us in commission. And so this is ways that I've connected with Brooks over the past several years, through cards, through sending out gratitude and appreciation. We joined a women's networking group together. So this is what we connect and edify. And her family went to a football game in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas last year, and taking her pictures from Facebook and edifying. This is a snapshot of how I've connected with Brooks over the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years. And, you know, so I'm going to close with this. SendOut Cards is poised for massive growth. And they will become a worldwide household name, just like Netflix has done, just like Amazon has done, and just like iTunes has done. And it's an amazing program, an amazing service. I want to encourage you to connect with me through lead gen scripts and objections. And I'd be happy to walk you through sending that free card and helping you understand how you can also build a business by referral, but you can also share SendOut cards with others, get paid to do so, and we could go to the top. So thanks for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.